Good evening. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. This is going to be set up as a webinar, so you will not be able to see each other, but at the end, you will be able to ask your questions, in case you were wondering. If you have a question in the meantime, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll look for those. I guess they're saying that the chat is disabled. Um, Give me 1 second. I think that you should be able to type in the chat now as well. Yes, we'll share the recording after. All right, I'm just waiting for my co-host to join in, and then we'll get started. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna get this. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. 1 second. All right, give me 1 second, guys.
What's
We
up,
got
y'all?
it.
What's up? What's really happening?
A little technical
They
difficulties now.
tried. They tried.
All right, guys, thank you for your patience through our technical difficulties, but we figured it out. Um, and so we're going to go ahead and get started this evening. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are super excited for what we're about to talk about. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Andrea Wilson. I am a real estate broker, owner of Brick House Realty. I'm also a licensed mortgage loan officer, so helping you get the funding. And, I've been in this real estate game for over 20 years. Haven't done group homes, so I'm super
Hey, hey.
excited. So I'm going to let Mr. Group Homes formally introduce himself.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Duane Griffin, also known as Mr. Group Homes. Been in this field so long, man. You guys gonna hear my story, but man, super excited to lock arms with you, Andrea, and really share this information with you and the community about investing in group homes, man. I think it's been life changing for me and many others, and I'm gonna share my information and knowledge. I'm nobody's guru. I'm just somebody that did it for a long time. Thank you.
So listen, guys, I really wanted to do this webinar, and I've been hosting a group for people to get started investing in webinar. One of the main reasons is what you see going on in the economy today, right? It
Right.
is so unfortunate that across the country, people are losing food assistance, these SNAP benefits, and people are losing their dignity, right? You have a group of people who walked around with a red hat on, who are now not showing up in the lines with that red hat on, right? And because they're embarrassed, they have to lose their dignity because they put their faith into someone in a system that did not come out and repay them the way that they thought it was going to work out for them, right? So these same folks are losing food assistance, losing medical benefits, but it is time for us now to realize that we cannot put all our eggs in a governmental basket. It is time for us to make moves on our own and start figuring out ways that we can self generate some passive income. I have a number of agents who are in my office who are lucky enough to have a second stream of income by either investing in real estate or being a licensed real estate agent. Because of this government shutdown, they are not receiving any income. We have to work on fixing that today. Just like Mr. Group Homes was just saying, I can attest to the same thing. Although I didn't follow the path of group homes, I followed the path of real estate investing, and it has done wonders for myself and my family. And so that's what we want to share with you today.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So, wish I can hear or see everybody. Where's everybody joining in from right now?
They
Like
can't,
this.
there, it's on as a webinar, so they can't,
Oh, okay. Can they chat? They can't chat either.
they can chat. Yep.
Okay, drop in the chat. Yeah, where everybody from, man? I need to know what's going on in here. I need to know. There we go. I see you, Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland is hot in here. You already know. Somebody gonna put Lyndhurst. Yep. You better stop narrowing yourself down. I see Detroit. What up, though? Let's go, man. Oh, yeah.
So if
Oh,
you guys are familiar with myself and my husband Mark, we had an opportunity to meet up with Dwayne, and we were just having a conversation about group homes and what is it really like. So it was a interesting conversation that we had. I will be honest, I've always stayed away from the group homes because in my mind, it seems like a lot of work, complicated, a lot of red tape that I have to get through to get to the money piece of it when I can just kind of go that traditional route. But when we sat down with him and just walked the property, if you've been seeing some of those videos we've been putting out there, it kind of opened our eyes to just a different way, another option, a way to even collect a little bit more money. So I want to get you going. Let us know how you got started and what we need to know, how we mastering this thing.
all right, absolutely. Well, let me go ahead and I'm gonna start sharing my screen here. All right, we're good to go. About to give it to y'all raw and uncut. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, let's get it popping now. All right, I'm ready. Look at that money. Okay, here we go. So again, guys, my name is Duane Griffin. If you guys have Instagram or any of the main social medias, you guys can follow me at Mr. Group Homes. But I'm gonna share my story with you. Here we go. So, what is a group home? So, a lot of different cities and states break down the word group homes all in different terms, and I just want to just break it down to you guys to help you out at this beginner journey. Let's just act like nobody knows what group homes are. You heard about it in the break room. You know, some nurses that go back and forth, whatever may be the case. Um, I know a lot of people in New York City identify group homes with the youth homes, but we're gonna break everything down to you guys. And it's not going to be the end all be all, but it's going to be my terminology to help you kind of break it down on the basic side. All right. So the type of group homes is a group home is a residential facility. It can be a facility or a home, guys, that provides housing and support for services for individuals who need assistance with their daily living. These homes are typically designed for small groups of residents, offering a family-like environment. So, what are the different types of group homes? So, when people get on my line and say, "Hey, I want to start a group home," what does that mean, Andrea? All right, what type of group home would you like to start? Because there's multiple different types of group homes. And I look at it like this. If it's a demographic of people, whether it's domestic violence, youth, seniors, mental health that needs to be put inside of a residential or a home facility, they need assistance with their daily living, whether it's chores or anything, all the above. This is a group home to me. It's a group of people staying in the home. All right, it's a group of people staying in the home that need assistance. So we're gonna break those homes down for you. These are the top homes. How about youth homes? These are foster children, teens in the juvenile justice system, or teens that just need supportive living from negative home environments. So these three different types of group homes underneath the youth already. We had three already, Andrea. You follow me? Just give me a thumbs up. Let's get it.
Got you.
So, all right. So these are the three different types of group homes that you'll see underneath the youth group homes. So moving forward here. We have individuals with developmental disabilities. These people have intellectual or developmental disabilities and a physical disabilities as well. They need assistance with their daily tasks. So those are one of the businesses that I run right now. What about elderly individuals, seniors who may not require nursing home care, but they need supervision with their daily activities and a little company, y'all. So senior living or assisted living. How about mental health population? These individuals, they suffer from schizophrenia, bipolar disease. These are a little bit more intense. Sometimes they're not as intense as we think they are, but they need health services, help getting the counseling back and forth, all the above. So they have these type of homes as well. How about substance recovery? People transitioning from addiction treatment to independent living. So we receive individuals out of different detox facilities, as well as individuals who relapse to help them get back on track. And we practice a 13-step model through NA, which is Narcotics Anonymous, and AA, which is Alcohol Anonymous. So whenever you guys learn from something or someone, make sure when they're using acronyms that they tell you exactly what the acronyms is. Andrea, I hate when people teaching you something. You say, yeah, the PPP got to go down to the DYC, and then they go, I'll be like, man, come on, man. Especially when you're trying to learn, no matter how old we are, we're still trying to
Absolutely.
learn new information. So I always want to break everything down to you guys. And again, this will be recorded, and Miss Andrea can share this with you guys again. So, how about transitional housing or halfway homes? These homes can help out individuals who recently been incarcerated or transition out of their sober home. They just need like a little small little bedroom, get themselves together so they can graduate back into life like a lot of our individuals do. So transitional housing or halfway homes. How about emergency crisis group homes? So we saw what happened out in Florida, out in California with the fires. Those people had to be placed in different homes throughout the nation. So Having some residential facilities and homes available would have helped them out. You would have got grant money and all types of government assistance to help out these individuals. How about Hurricane Katrina? All that stuff that's coming out now on Netflix about Hurricane Katrina and how people were displaced, especially in Houston, and were separated from their loved ones, but they were placed in Houston per se and all throughout the nation during Hurricane Katrina. All right, so these are emergency crisis group homes that can help individuals out during bad times inside the state. How about veteran homes? These are often tailored to support the military veterans needing housing and services. So we talk about housing and then services because they go to, mental health issues as well because of the trauma they've received in the war. So they need those services, guys. We actually mentoring. We got an open house coming up right now. Shout out to my girl Sade. How about women of domestic violence? Men could be men could go through domestic violence too, right? They
Let
can
me
get whooped
find
off.
out. Your girl been beating on you.
Yeah, so victims of domestic violence, and these often a secure refuge and support for survivors to abuse. And these usually don't be on the scene as much, you guys. It's a very, very hidden secret inside the neighborhoods, and I know a few. These services can include meals, personal care, counseling, skill building, medication management, and more. Group homes are often regulated by local state authorities and ensure proper care and safety. So let me get into my story now, guys, and I'm gonna tell you how I got started in group home. So this is a small slideshow of me when I first started. So when I grew up, I was a juvenile at risk. I had a little issues going on. So I stayed at a youth home shortly, and that was kind of like my journey to start something different in life. I grew up where a drug infested home, neighborhood, and community, and I was just in the streets. Just to be all the way honest with you guys. In 10th grade, I started playing football and getting really good at something worth getting good at. I didn't know how to hit the holes. I didn't know how to do none of that, y'all. I just knew Debo left and Debo right. That was my plays, y'all. I promise y'all, that was my plays. So if you guys see down here the newspapers, I started getting the newspapers, started feeling myself a little bit. And I got my first letter from the Ohio State Buckeyes, and started going to the training camp and getting real good at this craft. And that's all because I had good mentors and just a good circle around me. Started to surround myself with a good circle. I wound up getting 11 Division One scholarships and playing, signing to the University of Akron over here in the top corner. Played running back there. I wound up transferring out of there, went to Erie Community College in Buffalo, New York, and then finished up at Virginia Union University in Richmond, Virginia. This picture right here to the right of me is super duper important to me because that's me and my mother. And that's because my mom had just got released from a halfway house because she served some prison time. So we talking about youth group homes with myself, and now mom coming home from a halfway house. So she just came home. This is my freshman year at the University of Akron. And this picture is super dear to me, man, because I understand and know the traumas that we all went through, me and my mom and my family when she came home. And it was just a great sight. You see that big smile on me. So moving forward, this is a very dear picture to me as well because these two individuals are autistic, and in Buffalo, New York, they had a program for them at the community college, and these guys just super duper cling to me, man. We always develop a great relationship. They came to each and every game they can come to. In Buffalo, they knew every stat I had. I mean, they're just super bright guys, man, and we're Facebook friends to this day. So this is something like a small path that I'm showing you guys that's been recorded for some godly reason, right? And it's been recorded to, kind of share my story and let you guys know how I got into this group home space. So we have halfway homes, coming from prison. We got youth group homes, and now we have individuals with developmental disabilities. All right, that's three group homes that's in my path right there. All right. So, of course, I tried out for the pros, and you see this guy in the blue shirt. I don't think he liked my time too much. That's not me running, y'all, but I'm being funny. But these guys, they say we'll be in contact, and I look at these guys like, all right, you're right. Hey, I said, man, I'm gone, man. I'm heading on a one-way flight back to Cleveland. And that's what I did. I packed my stuff up at Virginia Union and left and came back to Cleveland. Once I returned back to Cleveland, I started coaching in the school district. So, and the school district I graduated from. So I coached basketball, track, and football at my home school and enjoyed it for quite a long time. And shortly after that, I started operating as a teacher, guys. Bet you ain't know that,
Nope.
Andrea. So I used to be a school teacher, special ed teacher. So this is me sitting at my desk and then me at the awards assembly. But one dismissal one time, I was at, getting on one of these kids, one of those firm kids that you got to really dig into, right? And one of the moms, she was a manager at a group home. She's like, man, I think you would work good in my group home. I'm like, oh yeah, for real? And people like in our community, we try to get 2 and 3 jobs, thinking we about to get rich. All right, so I got me another job, y'all. So I picked up excuse me, I worked part-time during the school year, then I picked up full-time in the summertime thinking about to get rich, but I was gonna get rich on a whole nother level, right? So here we go. Moving forward, this is me at one of my outings. Again, y'all, I can't make this timeline up. Y'all see, this is July 27th of 2012. That's almost what, 13 years ago. I think so. Yeah, about 13 years ago, because my son was born in 2012, and these guys were actually at his baby shower. So that's me in an outing with my man Noel and Mike. I know exactly where they live at and near the city, and I go see them every day. Now I don't see them every day, y'all, but I make sure I check in on them. But these are my guys as well, man. I love them dearly. Moving forward, I wound up losing my teaching license, man. I got into some trouble with some kids, and I lost my teaching license, guys. I'm gonna be super transparent with y'all. So when I lost my teaching license, I had to just pick up full time in the group home. So I started out at the $10 an hour job, guys, and I just worked my way up to house manager. Then I left that job. I did like 3 or 4 years there, and then I went to go work as a day program provider. All right, and I was the activity coordinator there. I did that for 2 years. Then I went to the state of Ohio at Warrensville Developmental Center. I was a therapeutic program worker. All right. Shortly after I left the state of Ohio, I went back to the very, very first job that I had. That was making $10 an hour, and I was a program manager where I managed 15 caseloads. So this was almost 10 years of work right here, y'all, before I really, really finally got it. All right. So this picture right here is definitely, I love it because I call it the point of no return because this is really was the point of no return. So every weekend we had to fill our shifts before we left to go for the weekend. And sometimes I have a lot of call offs, so many call offs that I couldn't get a lot of people to replace. So I would have to go in. So on this one particular night, I went inside the one of my homes that I was managing. How many caseloads, Andrea?
I don't know.
15. Because I'm that number is gonna be real important, all right? Put in the chat how many caseloads, how many caseloads. We're gonna interact today, y'all. How many caseloads? How many caseloads? All right. So I was managing those caseloads, right? So I had to go in at this point of no return. I'm chilling in my cubicle, y'all see me. But I was filling out the paperwork, Andrea, and I saw in the back of the book the company's budget. So it showed like, what they get for food, the different services,
Yeah.
transportation. Then I seen residential and I seen my company's name there and I seen like 110,000 next to it, right? I'm like, all right, do they make 100,000 for this guy? It is 3 people in the house. So I filled that book out, closed it. I got the other guy's book. And I went straight to the back this time. I was like, let me see if they making this money on here. So guess what it said, Andrea? 100,000 again. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? Of course, the third person, what did it say, guys? Type in the group. What y'all think the third person said?
100.
100,000. So 3 people inside of that group home. I was managing 15. So let's go 100,000 times 15 people.
100 for the year?
Yes,
Mm.
that's 1.5. That's 1.5 million. That's at the I averaged it. I was like, some of them was 120, some of different behaviors and stuff like that. So I did the math. I'm like, yo, this is at least $1.5 million in clients right here that I managed by myself, and they was paying me 42,000 a year. I said, no, oh no. From that night on, y'all, I started getting my certification. So look at me. You only have 24 hours in a day. So anybody on here, I did not knock people working. I was a worker, guys. I did third, can't spend the night at home. First, can't take my kids to school. And second, can't pick them up from school. I promise y'all, I did it all, y'all. But at this time, I'm like, I gotta leverage to get this certification. So guess what I did? I started working on it at night. Some of y'all be so tired from your job, and they keep you broke and unbalanced. They keep you away from your dreams. They work you
Yeah.
so hard that you don't want to do nothing after work. So that wasn't me. So y'all see the bags underneath my eyes and everything. Again, I recorded all this. I think it was like a calling for me to do this because I was doing my certification. I still got that Acer computer. Shout out to Acer. So I was working this, man, and within 5 months, I finally got my certification to serve as adults with developmental disabilities and non-medical transportation. And I quit the job July 2019. I quit completely, y'all. And I was like, man, I'm out of here. So guess what? How much money did I have to get started? Not a lot, y'all. I actually borrowed this white van and got it wrapped. All right. This one of my friends' brothers, the van was just sitting. I went to go look at his home for a group home. And I seen the van, like, man, what you doing with that van? He had a couple vehicles over there. Like, man, I ain't doing nothing. I said, man, if you let me get this van, man, I promise you I'll pay you back with interest, man. I just need to get started in my business. Man, shout out to my boy, man, because he trusted me, man, and I'm so thankful to be able to have this van, man, because this was starting my journey, man, into entrepreneurship, or not, but this a legit entrepreneurship right here. And I started my journey, man. You see me gassing up for my first day. So here we go. I started getting all my clients and started doing the money dance and started getting one client, two clients, three clients, referrals, and all the above. But guess what happened, Andrea? March of 2020. What happened, y'all? Type in the box. What happened in March of 2020?
COVID.
COVID-19. Oh my God, y'all. So I got up to about 14 individuals, Andrea. And this time I had to drop everybody because all the day programs are shut down. Anybody, we didn't know what that was back in March of 2020. So
Mhm.
you wouldn't even let your mom over. Your mom wouldn't let you over, right? It was a total lockout from everybody. You couldn't let nobody come over. So everything shut down with my transportation business, and I look just like this guy on the steps. Frustrated. I saved us some money, y'all, because I was making some decent money, but super frustrated that this happened. You know what I'm saying? I gotta you know, make it happen again, y'all. But one thing I noticed, I had this light bulb moment. And guess what that light bulb moment was, Andrea? That the residential providers were making all the money now because I wasn't transporting them on first shift anymore. And it wasn't going to the day programs. So I quickly switched over, man. I quickly switched over. So this is one of my favorite quotes. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second time is now. So I had to act now, y'all. I really did. I had to act now. So I put in another certification to service individuals residentially. And that's what I did. This is my man Les Brown. And what's his place on the planet is the graveyard, because in the graveyard we would find inventions that were never ever exposed to, ideas and dreams that never became a reality, and the hopes and aspirations that never were acted upon. So I was like, man, I ain't about to let this down me. I'm about to keep going. Like I had a little bit of money saved, so I had like maybe like 2 months to like kind of, say I had a little threshold for 2 months or so, and it was on the crack. And so I started my company, Griffin Care Residential Housing, and also Sober University, where we service adults suffering from the disease of addiction. How did I fill up my beds, Andrea? This is one of the biggest questions that I get when I get inboxes like, how do you fill up your beds? Good question, y'all. So instead of the boring emails and phone calls and basic client applications, I started volunteering like crazy, y'all, because I was leading with my heart, y'all. Once y'all lead with your heart in the care, you will never be broke again, man. I promise you, God is going to serve you well, and these people will serve you to the up max, man. They would just jump on board with you and lock arms with you. So this is me. I volunteered for the Cleveland Browns Adaptive Sports Program for about 4.5, 5 years. And that's crazy. My son at my belly, he's about at my height now, y'all. So it was been a long time now that we've been doing this program and super. I really loved and enjoyed every single moment of it. So of course, I was, one of the only black guys that was volunteering there. So once I started passing out my cards, because I'm going hustle, y'all, and so I started passing out my cards, and people started clinging to me and asking me they was upset with their service providers, and I wound up getting 3 individuals to start my residential setting with these. So I'm telling y'all, volunteering and doing some of the odd things besides the basic and upfront things get you through the door. So this is another event that I always donated my time to and money. So Miss Irene Jones is the founder of Josiah's House. So I've been MC for her fashion show event, servicing adults with developmental disabilities for the last 5 years or something like that. I've been the MC. And what's crazy is I interviewed to take an executive position with Miss Irene, and she's like, "Oh, Miss Irene can't pay you that, baby." I was like, "Miss Irene, I'd rather work with you than for you." So this lady, this is Josiah in a white suit right here in the tuxedo. Josiah was in another group home, and she just didn't like how his meds were being, how he's being treated, and his meds were increasingly getting stronger and stronger, and she didn't like how he looked. So she went in the middle of the night, Andrea, and took him out. She took him out of the group home, pulled her pension from RTA. She's a bus driver. Pulled
Hmm.
her pension from RTA. 16 years later, totally retired, built a house from the ground. She runs a totally successful day program right here in Cuyahoga County in Cleveland, man. So should I clap it up for Miss Irene?
Yeah.
Miss Irene. So she's a beast, man. So these are mentors that I have. One, mentors and also accountability partners. We're not getting in for the money because we know people like Miss Irene that really have kids that's on the spectrum. So we treat this business very, 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 very serious. All right. So I started getting one client. I got about so I received some clients from Josiah's house as well. So I had about 6 clients in my first year, y'all. So I really started getting it. I started doing that Bobby Smurder dance, y'all see, right? Getting that moolah. So what's crazy is y'all, I bought my first brand new car off the lot, straight cash, y'all. That was my very first vehicle back in 2021. And I bought my second house. Um, and man, you talking about, feeling fulfilled and really accomplished, man. That was one of the best feelings I could ever have, man, as a man and a leader of my family. So I really, saying, was just, man, in the zone, just enjoying myself and really taking it to the next level, man. And it's not a bragging moment or a boasting moment, but it's a you can do it moment. All right. I really want everybody to understand that. That's why I'm painting this picture with my journey, Andrea. All right. So after I got real established with Griffin Care, I started my company, Sober University, servicing adults from addiction. And this is one of my favorite quotes to Kanye. He said, "Ain't nothing on the news but the blues." And I agree with you, Kanye. But one day, saying, "Oh, excuse me, this is what we focus in on our community. Why what's going on with the Diddy trial, and why Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith." And one thing that I was paying attention to is the right information because you can get the wrong information or the right information. And this is the information I received that the state had sued the opioid companies, Andrea, and they got a big settlement of money. So I was like, "Oh, I need to get in sober living." My dad abused drugs. My mother and brother sold them. I said, "You know what? I need to get into this field to help my community out." Again, coming from Warrensville, man, I seen some of the biggest disparities, even from the even stronger coming from the inner city, that we had right there in Warrensville Heights, that we still see to some of these mixed and black suburbs in the city today. So I wanted to make a change. Well, I was making some change. So I seen that they were suing them for that money. So I got in line with that. And this is steps that I took, y'all. So the opioid crisis in Ohio had got so severe with overall deaths and opioid addiction that it got so bad that they needed help. So one, I established my entities. So I got my LLC, the S corp, And then I got the 501(c)(3). Now I want you guys to understand that getting filing for a nonprofit in your state is okay, but then to get the tax exempt, you have to do the 501(c)(3) through the government. So I just dropped a dime on y'all lap. So being nonprofit is one thing, but doing the 501(c)(3) through the IRS.gov is two totally different entities that you need to take on. But these are the things that you need in order to get these grants and stuff. All right. So, oh, it's not going. The video not playing. Oh yeah, it is. It's playing. This is my very first grant meeting, y'all. Oh, excuse me, my board meeting. And guess what, guys? I ain't know nothing about no nonprofit. They talking all this different language and voting in there and stuff like that. I just knew I wanted to help the community. And sometimes you're not going to know everything, but you just need to get started. Everybody spends so much time, Andrea, on their logo and their business plan, all that. It's like, yo, get started, bump your head on the way up. Get you a mentor and bump your way up. You know what I'm saying? Get some information that can help change your situation and alleviate you from having the same problems that they might have had. So mentorship is very important to me, and I treat it very serious. So this is my first board meeting. I let Miss Kendra Anderson, I'll give you guys her information. She wrote all my grants all the way up to this day. We just got our second $300,000 grant, man. His life is good. I'll tell y'all. So, number two, I identified my home. I'm doing with time, Andrea.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing with time.
You're doing good.
Okay. I will make sure. So, two, identify the home, y'all. Make sure you check in with zoning before you get any house. I don't care if it's, Nana left it to you. You got to check with zoning and make sure it's okay to have that type of home. You can call, it's majority Cleveland here, so I'll talk to them. And anybody in any state, you can call your zoning department. It breaks down from city to state. Down south, it's more like counties. So you got to call your zoning department to make sure. And you could call the zoning department, Andrea, and say, hey, I want to start a group home. Like, no, you can't start those in here. Click. You can call them right back and say, hey, I want to start a sober living home. Okay, send us your information. So you have to like understand the different breakdowns because nationwide, the languages are still a little fuzzy with that. So identify your home. These are some good starts. Or you can call Brick House Realty. They'll get you together. Let's get
Yeah.
it. So you got to identify the home. So um, if you want to do a rent buy partnership, if you're not in position to own a home, you can lease a home. I get that question a lot. Can you lease a home? Yes, you can. Just have a partnership with the owner. So these are the type of homes that I visited and also helped create some group homes in these homes. So this is in Cleveland, Ohio. I know y'all hear about the Cleveland, Ohio market all the time, but this is typical for me. The 6 beds, 2 bath, 2858 square footage. I love it. I would totally I don't want to say burn this house down, but but I would really do some damage in here, man. A lot of bedrooms. The rent is low. I mean, this is a no-brainer for me. Hey, and I'll tell you guys how to do that transition. So lease or buying a home for group homes, I'll show you exactly how to break that down. Not sure how to properly introduce this to a landlord. Let's figure it out because we need to go talk to the Wilsons to get some of these properties. All right. So here we go. So one, I say, hey Andrea, I see that you had that property for 1250. I would like to offer you 1500 for this house. And Andrea, give me a little pushback. Give me a pushback to the end, okay? So,
Okay.
Andrea, I love to rent that property. I seen that you have it for 1250, but I would like to give you 1500 for it because I think it's gonna go good with my independent family model, something like that. I use words like that. I don't usually use group homes or independent living, or assisted living home. I say some stuff like that, and give me some pushback, Andrea.
I don't think that the neighbors over here would like it to be a group home.
Thank you. I understand that, Andrea, but yeah, we definitely go holler at them and I'll tell you about what we do with those neighbors. But Andrea, to make it even better, I'm gonna offer you some more money for it. So we're gonna be at 1500. So I know you have to pay the mortgage and make a little profit off of there. I'm gonna make sure it's monitored, Andrea. I'm gonna make sure I have cameras on the outside, a door camera, and also in the main area, so there's no riffraff in here. So, Miss Andrea, I'm gonna offer you more money, and I'll make sure it's monitored. What you think? No, don't
Well,
agree.
I hear they might tear up my house or something. I mean,
Ah, Yeah, Ms. Andrea, I really like this house. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm going to offer you more money. I'm going to make sure it's monitored. And guess what? I'm going to have management there, 24/7 management in there. So they're not going to worry about somebody breaking anything in that house because guess what? I'm going to have management in there to oversee everyone in that home. So, and they're going to be living in there or it's going to be a constant rotation. So I'm going to offer you more money, Miss Andrea. All right. I'm gonna make sure it's monitored, and I may even share the camera information with you. And then also, I'm gonna have 24/7 management in there. How you think about
Give me my money.
that? Miss Andrea, I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna figure out who I'm writing the check to, but also I want to make sure that I'm not a headache to you. So I'm gonna make sure I put my maintenance man in there as well. So instead of calling you about doorknobs and light switches, we're gonna take care of all that. All I need you to do is take care of the major breaks if something happens. But outside of that, we won't be a headache. We'll make sure we get that check to you, and then I think we just gonna go ahead and pay. I usually try to, you know, give them like 3 months in advance, y'all. I try to really make it sweet for the landlord to like. And I get so many landlords that just tired of Airbnb and they're tired of Section 8. So here we are as group home owners trying to come in and pave our way and make sure that we able to really, really make an impact within this home so we can go out and duplicate this system. So this is my sober living model when you first get started. You won't have any grants or anything, so you're going to be on your own. So this affordable housing number right here. So we at least try to put 10 beds in there so we can get at least $400 a bed. That's 4K a month. All right, that's not retirement money, but it's going to get you flowing in the positive. Okay, these are actual beds that I've helped set up, and the one on the left is my beginning at Sober University. So we'll start out with that model. We're going to stage and market the home. So we're going to make up the beds and get this information out to all the case managers and workers. We have a done for you program where we actually um, help you out with that process, or we can get you involved in the coaching program. So whatever, fits your tailor. So that flyer on the left, I haven't changed that for 5 years. This is my actual home, Sober University. And we really, I take some good professional pictures, real nice furniture. You see, it's very nice. It's homely looking. It's not a house, it's a home because a house is made of brick and mortar, but a home is about the love and the people that reside in it. So I love the fact that, it's very comfortable and it's someplace that I would live. So make your group homes like that when you do. So this is one of our flyers, and this is Sober University. And just to the left of this address, is 12 men in there, and then to the right of this, to the other side in this middle is another 12 beds inside there. So yeah, we rocking and rolling, man. So you have a fear of losing money, and I understand that. That's why we get your staging and management done because I lost. Um, that house was sitting for about 90 days, Andrea, because I didn't know the sober living field. I knew developmental disabilities. So I had to like really figure it out and pull it together. And now I'm mentoring. I show people how to stage, get that bedroom done first so we can stage it and put it out there ASAP before the home is even done so we can receive the call. So I wish I could turn my voicemail on right here in front of y'all. So we have to establish online presence and in the community. So again, I started going to AA meetings, Andrea, because I was like, man, I can't have this house sitting no more, right? And I'm like, here we go again. So I started going to AA meetings and I started standing up like, hey guys, my name is Duane Griffin. I'm not in the room for addiction, but I'm here to let everyone know that I have a home, a residential home, and such address. And if you guys need help with residential, I'm here to help. And I sat back down and I listened to those stories, and they're very heartfelt. I mean, we're not talking about the 1990s crackhead Pookie and them, Andrea. We're talking about professionals. I've seen teachers, athletes, all the above come to my sober home, man. So I really respect what them guys going through, and I respect their privacy as well. So love them dearly, man. So this is Sober University again at my very beginning before I started putting a whole bunch of more beds in it. But I ain't know nothing about sober living, y'all. I ain't have no mentor. All I knew was I wanted to help. And when you leave with your heart, everything else will follow. So that's what I did, man. So sober living refers to a living environment designed to support an individual recovering from addiction. Y'all know that. And Sober University is our slogan is graduating back into life. All right. So this is let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna skip that last one. So who am I contacting to get individuals inside of just sober living? And I'm wrapping it up almost, Andrea. So we go to detox facilities. We call detox facilities, general hospitals, psych hospitals. You know, people get a bad batch of those or you eat too much edibles, and boy, you get the tripping, right? Regular people get the tripping. These drugs are also laced with fentanyl right now, so got to be careful what you're inhaling and what you're touching, because it can break you out as well, and it can send you into something that you don't want to be a part of. Intensive outpatient, these are usually the counseling services that the guys go to. So these places actually pay us to house the individuals as well. And then we also partnered up with the drug courts and the probation office. So these are all dimes, y'all. If y'all think about starting a sober living home, y'all need to screenshot this, take a picture of this. I just dropped a dime in your face, and you can save some money on your mentorship by looking at these. I'm telling y'all, this is I didn't know these stuff when I probably knew about the hospitals and that's it, but I didn't know about all the drug courts and all that. So again, if you're looking to start a sober home, you should definitely want to screenshot that. So here, moving forward, about to wrap it up here. NAR is National Alliance of Recovery Residences, and they're about 40 plus states, and that's where I got my certification from. So underneath our standards is Ohio Recovery Housing, and that's where we got our certification from. And that's how we're allowed to get grants. I truly believe that the grants has been a life changer because I started out with that $400 a month, but now I get grant checks like these guys. And I got a couple in front of me right now, and it don't stop, y'all. When I say it don't stop, it don't stop. I got a couple in front of me. Because I do mobile deposits, man, because y'all know us in our community, we don't believe nothing. And Drew, they don't believe nothing until we show them. So I don't like to put this on the internet, but webinars and stuff like this, I always want to show people, and the numbers 19,000, 27,000, 13,000. This 29,000 right there. So it's real, y'all. So I gotta, do stuff like this to make sure our peoples know it's real. And it's definitely fulfilling to be able to get to these different levels, man. And again, I was just doing something, saying, trying to help the community and got into it strong. So this is nationwide. This is Texas. They're underneath NAR as well. So it's Texas recovery oriented housing. So each state will be different underneath the NAR. All you do is go to National Alliance of Recovery Residences, and then they have a big map of the United States, and you just click on the state to see what entity you need to get started. But they all pretty much the same standards. Good, easy too. So make sure you check it with zoning. That's a big thing, very big thing, y'all. If y'all get the house before you check with zoning, shame on you, because I'm telling you on this webinar that that's what you need to do. Okay. Um, how do you run a sustainable sober home? All right. Staff in there, we had one house father and one operations manager. And the house father was a current client that turned into a house father, doing everything that he said he was supposed to do in his recovery, going to his meetings, all the above. And this is some of the best things that I've ever seen, y'all. That I love this model a lot. So Sober University, the education, I mean the hat means the graduation cap means education. The man walking up the steps is to elevate. The light bulb is to inspire, and the trophy is to win. And Veni Vidi Vici, each college university has a Latin phrase, and our Latin phrase is Veni Vidi Vici, which means I came, I saw, and I conquered. And that was by Julius Caesar. He went into a war that was believed that he couldn't win, and he sent that note back to his hometown and said, I came, I saw, and I conquered. And he won that war. So that's what we're trying to do. Win the war with drugs in Sober University. And Sober University, it's all about graduating back into life, y'all. All third shift, Andrea, just coming up with this stuff. I remember drawing it out, man. So you just go with it, man. We just think too much sometimes. So you talked about your neighbors earlier. So these we have 10 plus different policies, and these are one of the most main important policies that we need to have. And we adopted the good neighbor policy, and that's underneath NAR. Andrea. So when you get certified to be a sober home, you're going to have to adopt a good neighbor policy. So that means going to talk to the neighbors to the left of you, to the right of you, and even across the street, and letting them know You want to be an asset in the community, not a liability. All right. So this is our actual picture of me and my guys in the yard working at one of our neighbors' house. So we just didn't, talk about it and adopted that policy. We actually did the work in the community. So we over there right off of Martin Luther King for those that's in Cleveland. And we do the work, man. We over there by the botanical garden. So feel free to holler at us. So with us being on this Ohio recovery housing, I no longer had to call these hospitals and stuff no more. People started calling us, Andrea. I'm talking about 37 messages a week that I was returning. I was just on here. I'm just showing you guys how reachable we are. You can break it all the way down, and you'll see that we're on this list right here. Um, I got sure enough. This video will take too long, but but anyway, we on that list, y'all. So what does it mean? Stacking services. So not only you can provide residential treatment, but intensive outpatient treatment. All right, you can have psychiatric services, medical services, peer support, and case management. So anybody that's into counseling, you can stack services like this as well. So my guys out, they outsource right now, and we have a great relationship with a lot of these different service providers, but you can provide this service as well to really stack those services and really get a bang for your buck, for sort of say. So programming is the most wrapping it up, Andrea. Programming is one of the most important things because you're gonna have this nice home, you got granite countertops and all that crazy stuff, but you don't have any programming. They have to have some stability, and different people have different situations. So this is me and my guys, and Josh Cribbs, formerly of the Cleveland Browns, at a men's health walk. Um, this is another picture, the far left, the guys at the air show. In the middle, us at a kickball game. Yep, and barbecue. And then to the right there, my man Abdallah, we partnered up with Towards Employment. And Towards Employment helped him get his chef license. And now he's like he's like one of the main chefs at Edwin's or something like that. So super duper proud of these different situations, y'all. I mean, we talking about making impact in the community, man, and giving back. That's what it's about right here. So how about my man Ken? Used to be in trap houses. All he knew was grimy, hood places, man. Now this man been traveling. He got his CDLs, and now he's traveling from coast to coast. Visited. He's almost visited all 50 states, I think, almost. And man, this guy's loving it, and he's about to buy a house for his family, man. So stories like this is right in front of Sober University. He pulled up in his truck, man. I didn't even know he was gonna be pulling up. But little proud situations like that just just really moves my heart. Here we go, wrapping it up. This is me. That's me when I launched my name, Mr. Group Homes. Shout out to my girl, Tear Down the Bow. But I did a challenge, and we was all types of different people, and I raised $80,000, and I donated that to my city. And this is me and a couple of my good guys. I used to have a turkey bowl game every single Thanksgiving before COVID-19, and we used to donate money to the youth programs in Warrensville Heights. Again, just always giving back and showing love, y'all. This right here is super dear to me as well. This is me and my family at Warrensville Heights graduation. We picked two seniors, which happened to be sister and brother this year, and we gave them $1,000 a piece. Again, group homes has always allowed me to like really give back and to give impact with our students. So the one scholarship to the left, that's my mother again, the Mama G scholarship. And then to the right, Mr. Virgil Walker, my coach and my mentor, my dad, his the Virgil Walker scholarship. So super duper proud of it. We came from the back and called them students on stage, man. And this stuff just makes me smile, man, from ear to ear, man. So always super proud to do stuff like that. So I don't know what the heck that is, but okay. So anybody know who this is? Wrap this up. Anybody, you know who this is, Andrea?
I want to say he was a quarterback for us.
Yes, that's Baker Mayfield. He actually
Yes,
still playing,
Baker
y'all. Can
Mayfield.
y'all give me a thumbs up if you have a 4-year degree? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know if they giving us. I want to keep them. There you go. Anybody with masters, doctorate, college educated. Fraternity, sorority. I hear those pops going. I hear it. So listen, guys, would y'all believe me if I told you that I used to bounce in a nightclub in between jobs? When I quit that job, I didn't just get on, Andrea. I was bouncing in a nightclub, man. I was making $100 a night, man. Can y'all really believe that? So I'm telling y'all to tell you this. After I lost my license, I ain't have a degree anymore. Basically, I couldn't use it for nothing in the state, so I had to start from scratch again. So you telling me that you guys have all these certification, these connections, and you're gonna let a bouncer outbeat you? We can't do that, y'all. We gotta really smash the gas, put our pedal to the metal, and really lock in our resources, man. Lock in with me, lock in with Andrea, because we're not trying to um, exploit you. We're trying to share some great information with you. This is me taking shots with Baker Mayfield. He was just drafted in 2018, man. So the man is still playing football. So I always like to pull stuff up like this because it's a humbling moment to know that, saying tomorrow could be better. And I live financially and time free right now, y'all, completely. So I just wanted to say, you guys have to leverage your community, leverage your relationships, leverage your position that you have, man, because I did it with nothing. This is my favorite Ray Lewis quotes or quotes period. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen, but effort, nobody can judge that because effort is between you and you. So my effort that picture I showed y'all, where I was getting no sleep. I had bags underneath my eyes and really trying to figure it out and get the certification. I can't believe sometimes when it's time to do my research, all the stuff that I did to even get up to that point. But I was hungry, man. And so that was my effort. And I was trying to get something better and do something better for me and my family. And I accomplished that, man. So I'm here to share this great information with you guys, man. I thank y'all so much. If y'all need to connect with me, man, these are some of the things that you need to have in order to really be a great group home leader and boss. Compassion and empathy, organizational skills, resilience, communication, y'all. Some of these things we need this in life. We need to start adapting these, man. Some great habits, all right? And inside our community, we do all these different key points, qualifying documents. We talk to like-minded people. We have monthly webinars. It's a real good time, man. And we do retreat trips, man. We on our third retreat trip coming up. Y'all can go to the site, visit grouphomemillionaires.com, man. And don't pay attention to that done for you sign, y'all. We have smaller packages, but if you need something done for you, just give us a ring, inbox me, call me, whatever may be the case. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So I did something different, y'all, and I got different results. So I'm fortunate enough to travel the country every single year for the last 4 years now, Andrea, and meet some phenomenal people. This is to the right. I got 10 group homes. They manage so many group homes down in Cincinnati right there. And to the far left, the first young lady, her name is Kiera. She does over 100,000. She's under 30, does 100,000 in youth homes in Dayton, Ohio. Y'all see the other young lady here in a second. I got Marie Hayes, the group home queen. You guys may type in group homes and she's gonna pop up for sure. Marie Hayes is one of my sweethearts. We traveled the country for 2 years together. All right, Marie Hayes out of Phoenix, Arizona, and then Miss Sharonica Holmes, based out of Tyler, Texas, formerly of Houston, Texas. She has assisted living homes and aid teens aging out of foster care. Again, y'all relationships. I ain't know none of these people. A simple inbox will change your life, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all just got to be willing to do it and go out there on the ledge, okay? Moving forward, man, my man Herman, the Haitian CEO, one of my mentors and good friends, man, that just always poured it to me. To the left, that's me at the podcast summit in Atlanta, Georgia. Out there on the dolo, y'all. I put a tight on him and said, "What's up, man? I do group homes and I do it well." I said, here go one of my weeks right here. He's like, bro, let's hook up. So we've been cool ever since, y'all. So it just be taking like that one time that you speak. And of course, my man, my brother, Mr. Larice Purnell, and my lovely assistant Tasha, and the CEO of Mr. Group Homes and the Group Home Millionaires as well. I appreciate my team. My man Evan the Kid, he's based out of Tampa, Florida / Connecticut. he invests in homes here in Cleveland, Ohio now. Man, it just Jessica K. I know y'all seen Jessica K. She's been killing it out here. She's had a nightclub down in Columbus, multiple properties in between Akron and Cleveland. Just a dynamic woman in the field that she works in as well. This is me, y'all. I love to have fun with the funds. I don't play around. When it's time to work, I work. But when it's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it, y'all. And I love enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. Because I was just bouncing with Baker Mayfield and Dread. So I'll play around, man, when it's time to, let my hair down, literally. But this is some of our my mentees, the group home millionaires. This is us at some trainings. And we go represent y'all. We go have a good time. We laugh, we cry, we enjoy the information. The young lady in the back on the left right there, Sade, she's about to open up her veteran home. And there's so many others, man. They're just doing some dynamic things in the community. So love my crew, man. There's many more of them where it came from. But this is my team right here. I love my team very much. They support me, through my craziness, and we all get it done, man. So to the left, we have Natasha again, COO of Group Home Millionaires, and Mr. Group Homes Vaughn. It does all my photography and videography, and Coco Chanel, based out of Atlanta, Georgia, that does a lot of my social media. If you guys need to reach me, here's my contact information. Just shoot me a text or a phone call. A text would be better so we can have the information. If you want to connect with me, this is how you connect with me. We about to relaunch our whole entire community and give you some guys some low ticket products as well as some high ticket products as low as $47, all the way up to a couple grand. So you guys stay posted with that. But if I had a mentor and I would have bumped my head so many times, but I'm here for you guys. It's no pressure. Some of you guys are just one piece of information away, and it's nothing wrong with scheduling a call and me giving you that information without having to go through this big charge. So I'm a person who's invested a lot of time and money into my business, but you don't have to do that if you're just real close to that edge and you just need a little nudge here and there. I'm not that person. I'm not the guru standing in front of the mansions with Lamborghinis. I just really wanted to be really and personal to you guys to really let you know that y'all can do it. So thank y'all so much for y'all time. I'm Duane Griffin, also known as Mr. Group Homes. Appreciate it, Andrea.
Well, before you go, before you guys don't log off, we're not done yet. We'll give you an opportunity to ask some questions. I'm going to bring you in so that you can ask them live. But I do have a couple of questions for you. At the beginning of this, I was kind of poking the bear a little bit, but in reality, it's the truth, right? There's
Mhm.
a lot of people struggling out there to make ends meet. Working those 9 to 5 jobs is just not enough these days. You need multiple
Yes.
streams of income. And
Yes.
so what I got gathered from so you guys, I have been like that traditional investor, your regular rental properties. I haven't focused on the things that you see that come up of the Airbnbs or all these other methods that are out there. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. The purpose of
Yes.
today is just to give you guys another angle or maybe something that you're connected and passionate about. But when I listen to you, I kind of sense that, well, not sense, you kind of show that you have a passion for this industry, this path. Does an individual that want to get into this business have to have that same level of passion?
I don't think the passion is a I don't think the passion is an end all be all. I think the passion helps. At the same time, if you want to just leverage a property, leverage a system, or I use the word leverage because that's what it is. You need to, leverage it to be in the positive, right? So I think that you don't need to have a super duper passion, but you have to pick the model that best fits your needs and what you can necessarily manage. If you need to get a manager, it's all about numbers at the end of the day, Andrea, for everything, right? So if you're a person that has a home that's smaller, you may pick a different group home model. excuse me, if you're a person that has a bigger type of home, if you're a person that doesn't have a home and they want to get into the business, you need to find that property owner that's willing to work with you or to split the cost. You might be the person who has the passion to do this. That property manager, that property owner has the property. You guys come to agreement. It's not to me. I don't understand what no is no more. My mindset is a lot different. Like, okay, Andrea, how can I work with you? I throw those four M's out there, to kind of like leverage. But it's like, all right, what's the problem? Tell me the real reason why we can't work with each other. Because it's always a way. And then that's what community is about as well. And lock on arms with people like you and some of me and Victoria doing a big shout out to Victoria. What up, Victoria? We just started, the sober living path with one of her clients, and it's been sweet so far, man. So, it's just a thing. It's just like you don't have to have passion, but you have to come up with a plan, and you have to be organized, and you have to communicate, and you have to create those people. That's if you're not going to be that person, then you have to create that person. So systems win, people don't.
Very good. I'm going to start bringing you guys in so that you can ask your questions. But as far as the money piece of it, well, how long will it take for them to get started to build this up? And or time frame, when could they start actually seeing checks?
Okay.
Because that's a big piece of this. Everybody
It
needs
is.
money. They don't have time to keep pouring into. They want to know when can they start, feeding their family off of this.
Absolutely. So those sober living and transitional housing, you can see the money right away. What you do is the calls and the way you filter these calls is, hey, Miss Andrea, my name is Duane. I'm a case manager at um, upper hospital, and I have a person here who needs housing. Okay, Duane, this person, does he have income? Is he sexual? Does he have any sexual offenses? Does he have any arson offenses? All right, if he checks those boxes where he doesn't have, where he has income, he's not a sexual offender, and he's not an arsonist, then we got some motion right there, and we bringing him in. We're gonna do a pre-interview with him. I have pre-interview questions. We have intake applications, and we getting them right in. Some of the other models that may request that you have to submit applications and certifications, it's a little bit more strenuous and you have to be on the state's time. So it's hard to respond to that. But the ones that you have to be on the state time, it's a lot of money, a lot more money involved as well. So, it all depends on the different model that you pick, Andrea. And I've seen anywhere from, I mean, we can do the sober home within a month, or underneath a month if we're really moving fast. And then all the other homes that need certification. I'm a person that like to do the certified homes. One, it creates accountability. Two, you get paid more. What people do in non-licensed homes, you can do maybe six lot non-licensed homes. I could probably do that in 1 to 2 homes. You see what I'm saying? So I like to have those certified homes. Some people don't want to go that route and wait that long, but other than that, I've seen anywhere from 1 month to 6 months to really get started and to really see like a positive. Hope I answered that question right.
Okay. So many of you received some a panelist request that was to allow you to come in and ask your questions. I saw a lot of declines, but that's okay. If I
No,
if
it's all.
I skipped over you, just let me know. They said, what about a group home for special need children?
Yeah, I mean that would fall underneath IDD or intellectual developmental disabilities. I told you I'm gonna make sure I tell y'all the acronyms for that. So that would fall underneath the Department of Developmental Disabilities in Cuyahoga County. That would be the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities. So you can have a home for special needs children. Usually in that case, you usually have these kids that stay with their parents, so you will be providing the services at their home majority of the time. That's what I've seen in the city of Cleveland, that you go to these individuals' home. They're not really like um foster kids or orphans or anything that don't have any family. So you will be serving them at their own particular home with their parents and stuff like that, or whoever their guardians are.
Okay, I see in the chat it says, what site do we go to look up qualifications needed for each state?
Um, First, the meet. Let's say the Nitra. Hey, Denitra, you have to identify what type of home you would like to start. If you were doing seniors for assisted living, then you would be looking at the Department of Aging. But if you're doing youth, then it'll be youth and family services. So you have to identify what type of group home you would like to serve first, and then start digging in. You got to break it down, and that's how you really get to the pins and needles of the business.
All right. And then there was a are veteran homes required to be certified?
Yes, they protect those veterans like crazy. Like it's hard to get through to them because people know that they receive so many benefits. Again, this is from my experience. Um, yeah, veteran homes they're a lot touchy. They like to have people with some experience or some family that come through. It's just a good storyline, versus people that just trying to, start these homes. So they're very particular on who they lock arms with, and you have to build some great rapport with them, do some volunteering like I showed you guys, but definitely, definitely, veterans are is it's still a need in the city, and it's not oversaturated at all. Yep.
Okay.
I just walked through a veteran home.
So the next question, and I'm going to answer part of this. How much startup money should you have? Um, and so, well, I'll let you answer the first part and then I'll share my thoughts on it.
Sure. So, startup money, it all depends on, what your rent is or how you're buying your home. But it can go anywhere from like I said, sober living. One of the clients was our live-in house father, and I just had to pay my operations manager. And I paid at the beginning, I think I paid him like $100 per referral because he was a speaker in the rooms for all the different sober living houses. So he used to go to different houses and speak. So he used to refer people to me, and I started paying him $100, and then I think I did 1,000 a month or something like that. So I would say operation wise, it's hard to put a number on there because yeah, it's hard to put a number on it. But I would say if I had to put a number on it, I'd say 10,000 would be decent. 10,000. 10,000 is required for the IDD homes in the state of Ohio. So you need to have that in escrow for 90 days. So I would say 10,000 to be a good mark for you to have put up. That way you can, pay the rent. Even if it was sober, you can pay the rent, pay 1 or 2 months in advance, get your furniture, and then be ready to rock and roll. So yeah.
I just wanted to add into you guys if you're kind of the number is tallying up of how are you going to get the property, how can you buy the property. That is what I have another it's called the Investor Collective Group, and that's what we're talking about. How to get the money to get these deals done. We talk about business credit, how to build business credit, how to get business funding. We could talk about breaking down the deals and how to structure these deals in terms of a loan around there, how much money you need, and where to kind of get that money from. So I'm going to put a link in the chat as well if you want to learn more about that group that I'm hosting. That will kind of build or feed off of this and kind of teach you the path as well.
Oh, nice. I want to join that group too. School group.
All right, so I think I scrolled down too far. Let's see. Veteran homes, how much money up? She said she meant adult with special needs children.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Adults with special needs children. Oh, let me write this down. Adults with special needs children. So is she saying adults with special needs children? So is she saying like we she the kids are special needs children?
If you could kind of clarify the question a little bit, or if I sent you that link, maybe if you can come off mute and then tell us. And then while we're doing that, I'll go through a couple more of these. They said if the home is in Maple Heights, do you still have to check for zoning?
Absolutely. That suburbs don't play that, y'all. The suburbs, and I think Maple Heights capping out because these unmanaged group homes, man, and they some of these homes, they have the mental health homes as well, Andrea, and the mental health homes, which is the majority group homes that people have in Cleveland. All they have to do is provide 3 hot meals for them, make sure that they taking their meds. I mean, they don't have to pass the meds; they have to make sure they're checking them. And then next thing you know what they do is those hot meals turn into a week's worth or 2 weeks worth, and they're not checking in with them. Next thing you know, these people are walking the streets and
Mm.
doing the most, burning down the houses and having mental breakdowns in the middle of the streets and stuff. So it's starting to be regulated a lot more because it's they making a bad rap for group homes, and that's one of the group homes that main in Cleveland that they have.
Is there anyone that came in that wanted to come off mute and ask a question?
Yeah, y'all come on mute, man. Come on. Y'all about to be having these homes and stuff.
And
Y'all,
turn those
y'all.
cameras on too. Okay.
No, Landra.
uh,
Okay, can I hop in?
yeah.
Okay. I had asked a question because the home that I'm particularly interested in opening is the incarcerated one, but I'm not sure if I should do a LLC or a nonprofit, as you mentioned. And then also, do I need a license to do that as well? Like, what are the particulars?
Sure. So one, if I would do both, because when you really start flowing, you're going to need a tax break. And your tax break is going to be donating to your 501c3. But, consult your local accountant and whoever does your taxes and stuff. But that's one of the biggest things. Whenever you start really making a decent amount of money, you're definitely going to need a foundation or a 501c3 to partner with to make sure that you paying that money instead of giving it to the tax debt. You'll be paying that money to the nonprofit instead and writing that money off. I donate a lot of money to my nonprofit, and in return, we're able to operate with that money instead of it being a tax bill. So imagine me, you, and Andrea, we all have $100,000 tax debt, but I give you 100,000, you give Andrea 100,000. Andrea gave me 100,000. What money did you lose?
Mm.
None.
It's a big game being played, y'all. We gotta like retain the information though. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I've learned so much, y'all. We just gotta you know lock arms with people that we trust, and we gotta learn how to play golf. I learned this on the golf course. And I'm telling y'all, we gotta get in these different rooms that we're not used to. Let's stop going to get the lamb chops at the lounges. We gotta go to these different rooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
Don't be
real,
afraid to
man.
talk to them.
I'm about to
Hmm.
start playing pickleball, y'all. I ain't playing.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Roxanne, I know you had your hand up. I don't see your hand up anymore. Do you still have a question?
Yes. Okay. So I do have a question for you. I know that you were speaking in reference to it being like $400 per bed, so 4,000 a month generating, and then you also mentioned the services, like they were listed as well. Were those services that your group home started offering to them to generate even more income than the 4K?
So the 400 is like a what we call a program fee, and we call it a program fee and not rent, because if it's time to kick them out, then because they violated any of the rules that we put in forth for them, that we can actually remove them without having to go through the court system. So we call it program fee. And the services that I showed you, was actually the services that we outsource to other companies. Now, that's the one where I said we stack services. I'm correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so the one that we stack services, we just locked arms with. If you type in your phone right now, IOP near me,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find a lot of different places that offer those services that they will be able to go to during the day. It's like their day program. So if they're not actively working, which we don't allow brand new sober individuals to work. They have to be active in their daily program. So that's a program that you can outsource or create your own, but you do have to like have like an office space separate from the house for them to go to.
Okay, so in my particular situation, I want to do DODD.
Okay.
All I know now is that I have the house ready. So I just moved from my old house. I purchased a new one, 300K. So I'm trying to figure out now what to do with my old house to where it can kind of generate that income to help pay down that 300K. I have the 501c3. I have the LLC. It's a S corp. I have that kind of going already for the group home that I want to do.
Mhm.
I have the house accessible for the DODD, and then I also put in an application for me to be an agency.
Oh,
And
you
that's for about 30 days, so that's pending. But I don't know where to go from there. I'm just going off of, things I'm learning in the community, and then I know I have a passion for just helping this particular group.
No, you on a great path. Congratulations. I love to keep up with you and maybe
Thank
even get you on the podcast. You doing great. What I do want to tell you about your property is that um I was telling Andrea and them is that if they with the DODD, if you own the whole street, it wouldn't matter at times. You could propose that you own that home, but they really focus in on the services. And that individual could say, hey, I want to live by Cleveland Browns stadium. And that's their right to go live wherever they want to live. So with the DODD, you pretty much provide services for the individuals more than focusing on the houses. And believe when I tell you, I've built anything up from to 26K a week. That's the home provider services is what you want to focus on. The housing ain't gonna be no money. You know what I'm saying? It's because they have a small budget because the individuals pay for that home. The
Okay.
individuals pay for that home when it comes to the DODD. That so they're gonna give you like market rate. So you still, it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be probably flight money or something like that versus you providing those services and building up a strong team. That's gonna be the money that you gonna
Which
see.
is kind of what you're doing when you're partnering
Yes,
out, is what you're saying? Okay. All right.
yes,
That's what
yes,
I'm missing.
absolutely.
Okay.
Reach
Thank
out, let me know if I can help you if you need some documents or anything. You got
you. Yes.
everything. You pending. You in a good space. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I will reach out.
Absolutely.
She's doing amazing as usual.
Thank you.
Frank, you've been patiently waiting.
Frank got open gym. Frank got his hoop ball. He get your hoop ball.
Oh, I don't know what happened. He had his camera on. Maybe he had to step away. Okay. I don't know if anyone that came into the panel had any questions. There's a few more questions in the chat. Maybe we'll answer a couple more questions there.
Get on the camera, man. I got to answer in the chat. I want to
All
talk
right.
to somebody. I want to talk to y'all boxes.
I'm gonna go to the bottom here so we try some of this. You ready to go? How can you find and train staff and caregivers?
Sure. So it's trainings depending on what type of individual you're receiving. It's training through all the certifications that you get. So if it was recovery or the sober living, they have Ohio Recovery Housing Conference that you can attend to teach you how to get your home certified as well as train your staff. So that's one. And then with the DODD, and Roxanne can attest to this, you have to take like webinars prior to and you get certificates. And then once you submit your application, you have to submit these different certificates. So they teach you how to do your billing, training staff. You get the CPR trainings that they want you to do. So it's a number of different programs once you get your certification that it's like almost like an automatic training that you go through. And with each individual, say like for instance, if we had an individual that we may need to restrain, so I had to go to a CPI class, which is Crisis Prevention Intervention course, where I was the main person that learned the information and had to go teach or train my employees. So teaching them how to restrain clients and stuff like that. So the different caseloads depend on they'll present that to you, and the county will offer you support for that person. We also had a young lady who had no, because sometimes these people sometimes I ain't trying to get them on letters, Andrea, because they be watching, man. I was like, man, I ain't man, you gotta watch what y'all say with the clients with their HIPAA too, y'all, because it can get murky. So yeah, different trainings for different people. PICA, PICA is swallowing individual items like big items and stuff like that. You get training for that. So when you apply for a person, they show you exactly what their disabilities are, and then they'll tell you like different trainings you can do and provide them for you with psych doctors and all. It's a whole team, y'all.
Jasmine, I think you mentioned you had a question or you had your hand up.
Yeah, so my question was, so if you're trying to work your way up to I'll turn my camera on, but I look a hot mess.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That's okay.
Only because you requested.
Thank you.
If you're trying to work your way up to a residential, do you recommend, because in my research I saw like independent providers. Is that the same thing, but not having the full out facility?
Yes. So when you saw me driving that van, I was an independent provider right there.
Okay.
So I was an independent provider, and the only thing about independent provider is they cap you at a certain amount of hours. So it teaches you how to start the business off, and then they cap you off, and then they give you a lot of part-time individuals. So I used to have a person that he just needed to go to Walmart to shop. They gave me like 4 hours a week or something like that, and I used to just go pick them up. We go to Walmart, we teach them how to shop for healthy food and stuff like that. Take them home, and that
So
was
they
it. Pay
normally
my
live
bill.
at their so they normally live at their own place and just
Yes,
need, but still the same services.
yes, yep.
Okay.
And then once you get your agency, I cross all my people over to my agency, and then I started hiring people to do that job, and that's when you start leveraging it out now. So now
Okay.
you instead of you making $750 because you did the work as an independent provider, now you get somebody else on there, you give them 250, and now you keep 500. And then
Okay.
you multiply the caseloads and start getting bigger and bigger, Andrea.
Right.
Okay. Just two more questions. So then, as far as being like um what am I trying to say? So when you're a provider and then you switch over to the agency and you're a director, I thought that I read something. Is there any education requirements as far as being a director of a home?
Yes, they want you to have 4 years experience. Hold on, I'm about to get my girl back on here. Roxanne, tell her. This how you build
For
leaders in
DLDD?
Yeah, tell her.
Okay. Yeah, you have, well, for DLDD in specifics. I didn't study the other ones. You
Can
gotta
you break
have
down that DODD word in case somebody
uh,
may not know?
Department of Developmental Disabilities, which is basically just people with developmental disabilities. It's a lot different from like bipolar and disorder and things like that. So maybe people with cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, things like that. And 4 years with a degree, or you have to have dealt with someone. It could be at your place of employment, even a family member for that amount of years that has a
Or
developmental
work
disabilities.
experience. Or work
Yeah.
experience.
Yep. And and then you can apply for it. In my department, we have family members with it, so that took us over the bracket. 20 years, over 20 years experience with 3 people, and then also my partner has her bachelor's degree in social work, and she's going for her master's down at Case. So you can partner with someone that has that degree that's needed to apply for the DODD. So it makes it a lot easier. The toughest thing with them, though, you have to have a $10,000 credit line in your business name, or either 10,000 just sitting in your bank for 90 days before you can even apply for the application. Well, this is to do the agency, but the agency is where we're going to bring in most of our services for these clients and individuals. So DODD is a little bit tougher if you go that route. It's the toughest route you can go. It's a lot of easier homes, but that's where my passion is.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's going to receive the full benefit once she gets started. Believe me when I tell you, Jasmine, she's going to be. We're going to have her
Well,
back on. She's going to be a guest. I'm going to be raising my hand with her.
okay, thank you. DODD is what I was looking at as well.
Nice.
Thank you.
Let us know if we can help you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Derek.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
What's
Yep.
up, Derek?
What's going on? How you doing?
It's going, man. Good to see you, man.
See you too. First, I wanted to say, last week I just closed the house with Brick House Realty, and it's been a great experience. They did the agent did everything possible. She went hard. She knocked down doors for me. So I just wanted to start out by saying that I'll be using,
Dope, man.
Yeah.
I'll
Congratulations.
definitely be using you guys moving forward, and only you.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so my question was, so I was getting to residential care facilities, RSS for mental health, the mental health field,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the only lane that
Level two?
I'm sorry.
Level two?
Yes, level two, level two facilities. That's kind of the only lane that I was aware of that you can do that's considered licensed. So are you saying these other avenues, these other homes are also licensed? It's just a different, is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you go through OMAS for the level two, and that's what I was explaining, that the majority of the homes in Cleveland are level two licensed RCS facilities.
Mhm.
And that was like the thing, like in the the beginning of 2000s, that everybody was getting into. And so it got so flooded that those houses can't even be within 1,000 feet of another one in Cuyahoga County. That's how many is in Cuyahoga County now. But
Mhm.
people don't know is sober living homes. It's those other different types of homes. That's why I started the presentation off with just giving you your options, because you being in Cleveland, you just think about that one option because that's what everybody else does. But it's multiple different ones, and you can go underneath different entities to service these people.
Okay,
So
do you know within like with the class two facilities or the level two facilities, can you also get grants for that? Because it is state funded. It's 1,600 a month per resident right now. But can you
yes.
also get grants on top of that?
Um I don't want to say no. I just never seen it done. I just seen that they have the what they call RSS, which is rental stay subsidy,
Yes.
and that's what they receive on the monthly side. And I haven't seen any grants or anything for that. But I'm sure, again, if you stack services, if you provide counseling services for them, transportation, it can be a whole nother different billing entity as well.
Perfect. That was the answer I was looking for. I
Uh,
appreciate the time too, man.
Hey, bro, let me know if you need my help, man. I'm here for you, man. Everything ain't always a charge.
Definitely. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'll follow you
Hold
on
me
all.
to that, okay?
Sure. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your time, bro.
So Frank said he was having a problem with his mic. So his question was, he wanted to ask, where can you find rates per individual for sober living homes?
So, Frank, you wouldn't be able to find that. It's not a particular rate. Like I said, we did 400, and what I did, how I came up with that number, Andrea, I called like 5 sober homes, acting like I wanted to put my father in one, and I just averaged the price from there, and that was a competitive market rate. That's like the affordable housing rate for an individual, and then with those rates, it's so the other stuff is through the grant, which they give you like a certain number bed per diem. and that's broken down like in the grant information and stuff like that. So it's almost kind of hard for you to with the DODD they have those rates, but it all depends on the type of home that you will serve. Right? Excuse me,
Ah, it's your bedtime.
man.
Um, all right. So somebody, I don't know if you could put this in the chat, but they were asking, do you offer a mentorship program? So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if you could put that link or something in the chat for them.
Yeah, I'll put it in, and then you guys can also um y'all can text my phone directly, and we'll get back to you guys. 891. Text or call. Tasha's gonna pick up the
He's
phone.
doing that. Hey, do you still have a question?
Text or call, and then
Say,
I'll put.
Kay?
Yep.
Yes, I have two questions. Do you offer or do you allow anyone to like shadow you like for a day when you're doing your day-to-day services for your homes? And also, I DM'd you about your starter kit. Is there something going on with the link? Because I'm not able to get through to purchase the starter kit that you posted earlier today.
Yeah, so what we're doing is going through betting. We're collecting you guys' data. Let me copy this right quick. So we're about to launch, and you'll see that if you turn your notifications on for me. Let me go back here for y'all. My bad. If you guys turn on your notifications, we're about to launch in any second now. We've been working on the back end. We've been on a hiatus since June, and now we're about to relaunch again. So once that gets launched, you'll be able to see that. You're gonna get tired of my bald head because you're gonna see me a lot. So we're about to launch just before Black Friday. So stay tuned to that. Like I said, it's gonna be different levels. I'm gonna have furniture lists. I'm gonna have templates to talk to the case managers for you. It's gonna be real simple, man. I've taken the time just to like study and to learn other. I've been to so many other people conferences and listening to all the different types of information. I know what people need now. So you guys gonna be able to get that. So between the website and then you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you'll be able to see that information. So make sure you turn the notification on.
All right. And then Marquetta, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong.
Yes, Marquette. That's okay.
Oh, Marquette. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. What's going on, Duane? Been
How you
following you for a
doing,
minute,
man?
man.
How
I'm
you doing?
doing
Good to
good,
see you,
man.
man.
You too, man. I got kind of a similar background to you, man. Running back, went to Florida State, played college ball,
Wow.
actually ended up getting drafted. The state hurt while I was in the NFL for those 3 years, but I've been following you for last year. You actually motivated me to open up my first group home. I have three right now.
Oh,
Well,
congratulations, bro. That's what's up.
well, I appreciate it. I got been focusing on the youth. I do have my 501(c) and my nonprofit, but we have I'm actually house hacking one of them. So me and my wife are living in one. We are the house managers and running the girls program.
Nice.
And we're here in Florida. And then we closed on the house last week and we're putting together the boys' house. We should be open by mid-November. We just converted it from a 4-3 into a 6-3. And then we have an extended foster care house with it's 3 beds, but right now we got 2 girls in it, and there'll be another girl moving in next month when she ages out from another group home here in the local area. But
That's so dope, man.
with
What
you,
part of
man, I'm
Florida you at?
interested. I'm from Orlando, but I moved up here to retire, and I'm in Lake City, Florida. Do you do any mentoring or assistance? Because I'm interested in IDD. Um,
Absolutely. I have a mentee down there that does
Really?
IDD. She's just outside of Orlando as well. Sarah Davis. I have a mentee down there that does it. That I kind of we walk together with the process and stuff like that. So it's pretty universal for the most part. When you get to Florida, obviously you break down from counties and stuff like that. I did, man. Be honest with you, I had a young lady that was trying to do the juvenile housing, but near Orlando, man, that housing down there is different, man. You can't. It's like
It's
Disney
expensive,
run
man.
that city. Yeah,
Oh,
I gave
oh,
her
the
money
mouse
back.
owns it. No,
Yeah,
the
that
mouse
housing
owns
down there,
everything
Andrea,
down
is
there.
different.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in, talking. Uh, I guess my first question would be, what's really the breakdown? How long does it take to get that open, that IDD?
You know what we would have to do? I really don't want to, get your hopes up or down. We would have to just like dig into the research of Florida, and then
Mhm.
it wouldn't take long at all. I got a whole team that does this, man. We just qualified some ladies from New York City. They're doing it IDD here in Ohio, but we do it from in town to out of town, man. So that's really not a big issue. We would just need to kind of like go into a deep dive of what that takes, man. If you inbox me or text me, man, get that because I love to interview you and your wife on the podcast. I'm about to drop. Well, I'm about to
Oh yeah,
start recording for
no
season
doubt.
2 as well. So
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
cool,
no
man.
doubt.
Congratulations to you, man.
I appreciate it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we actually did this. The only one we did run. We bought all the other homes. We just did a rental arbitrage, just like you said, and on another one for a homeless vet. I've been marketing that, so we should start getting people popping in that here pretty soon. So, but I'm very interested in IDD staff and staff service, get as many entities I can to be able to service stack on that. So I need your
Yeah,
help. And I guess
that
my
IDD
biggest
is
question is, you have a done for you program.
yes, that done for you program. I really like that if you can leverage, saying your income with your time and us be able to walk hand in hand with you guys to put everything together for you. So I really like that program a lot for people that's ready for that. Some people may not be ready for it, but we have things that tailor everybody. So absolutely.
Well, I'm ready, man. I got my hands stretched out. I want to get it open. I'm continuing to scale, but I can't, I can't do it all by myself when I'm living in a group home, running a group home, managing another group home, and then obviously got the two new ones that are popping up here. Should be both active before the end of the year.
We might want to visit down there. So let's be in contact, bro. Let's make sure you text that number that I put into the chat, and then I'll text you
Okay.
from the main line.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Thanks.
Man, thank you so much, Marquette.
I appreciate it.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, we'll go through
That's huge. That's big.
couple more questions here. I own my home. It's smaller home, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths in Cleveland. I'm thinking of starting it with an uncertified home, but I'm open to doing a certified home. My wife is a long-term nonprofit leader and has a lot of experience writing and awarding 6 to 7 figure grants. I'm close to starting. Is it possible? Oh, well, I think he shared his text number. Um, they were asking, can they text you to ask specific questions? But you have that group that's starting too, right?
Yes.
So I think on that slide, was it $47 or something like that?
Yes.
So
And that,
that,
that would be like a beginner package where I give them like call scripts, furniture list, and all that stuff to start their group home. So some beginner level stuff, nothing real heavy, but some stuff that can get the ball rolling. Some people are super self-efficient like yourself, Ms. Wilson, and they don't need heavy mentorship, but then other people may need a little nudging, and then we're gonna have a community as
that's
well.
what I was looking for, your community.
Yeah, yeah. So that's we on the brink of greatness, y'all. I promise y'all. So just turn on your notifications and be ready. I'm just copying and pasting away.
All right. Also, so Verizon program, you have your LLC. It's just some information I was provided. I was kind of bouncing around, so I tried to go back and answer everyone's question or kind of mention the question. Is there anyone that's on the panel that they didn't get an opportunity to ask their question? Okay. Well, I think this was great information. I feel like, might have to do a round two of this and maybe meet people out in the field,
Mm.
uh, and bring people out like that. If you guys would like something like that, you could let us know in the chat
Oh,
for
that'd be cool.
sure.
Oh, we were
But
talking about doing that. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, that'd be
yeah,
cool.
yep.
Be
So,
cool. Go to a blank home and then go to maybe a sober home.
yep. So you guys get a feel for it. So, all right. Well, I guess we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Mr. Group Homes put his contact information in the chat, so that's how you could connect with him to get more information, become a part of his community. The pricing at the 47, and I think I saw, another price. I don't see the contact information. Um,
Candace, what you looking at, baby girl?
yeah,
What you looking at?
follow, and on Instagram it's at Mr. Group Homes. But join in on the communities. This stuff doesn't take, even if you decide not to go the route of group homes, or if you want to do Airbnbs, if you want to do just a regular run, this stuff takes time. You have to get into the rooms, get into the communities with others that are doing the thing that you want to do so you can bounce ideas off of each other, share resources with each other, partner with each other on these deals. And when you join the group, making sure that you actually show up, because when you're not showing up, we can't build community. We can't get to know each other. We can't just think about, you're dating a person and they're trying to go to third base on the first. We didn't have any connection there. You have to
Right,
build
right.
up to that. Right. So that's what you do when you show up in these communities. You build that connection. People say, oh, I like him. I like her, and you form those partnerships. That's how we grow stronger as a community. And so we need you guys to show up there. So thank you for joining me and agreeing to come on. And
Thank you so much, Andrea, for having me. I really appreciate it. And it's always a blessing to be able to share some great information with our community and build upon what we've already built before. So continue to be better, guys. And thank y'all so much for having me again. Always a pleasure. I'll be at the Home Care Symposium next week at the W Hotel here in Cleveland, Ohio. So guys, look up Home Care Symposium, and we will be there giving out some great information. And we're about to fourth quarter ending good, and we about to turn up for first quarter.
absolutely. All right. Good night.
Good night, guys. Have a good one.